So we're getting ready to embark on an awesome adventure. I am in southern Arizona right now, pretty close to the Mexican border, traveling toward the Camino del Diablo. The Camino del Diablo, which is in English called the Devil's Road. This is a really old road. This road was first traveled in like the 1540s. 1540s by the Spanish, who would travel from the interior of Mexico to the coast, like what is now California. It was probably California then too. And they travel that way because they wanted the gold. They had gold mines all over this area, and of course they wanted to promote their religion as well. So we're going to travel that road. We're not on it yet, but we're very close. And I'm going to show you Camp Chig in a moment. It's a temporary camp. It was only for one night. I'm just coming back from my journey in Texas, but watch out for these bad boys behind me. Joya cactus. You get even close to those things, they're like the worst cactus I know. Watch out for these bad boys though when you're out here walking with me, because those things will grab you and they don't like to go. Alright, I'll show you where I'm at. This is my first camp out here since I left Texas. If you look off in the distance, that's Mexico, and we're going to be right on the border later today. There's some giant saguaro cactus, the bullet holes all through them. They can live hundreds of years, so you shouldn't shoot them with your bullets. They don't like that. There's Camp Chig. Let's take a quick look. That's my rig right there, the old Chig rig. And to the side is my brother Peter's rig, and he is going to travel with me on this trip and hang out with me in Arizona for the next week or so, I guess. So let's go look at this cactus real quick. I want to show you how big these things actually are. Just look at how gigantic they are. These things must weigh 1,000,000 pounds. Well, maybe not quite 1,000,000, but they're really, really big. They start at the bottom naturally and go way up there. I mean, they're gigantic. They fell on you, you'd die. This is what they look like when they've been shot full of bullets. Someone shoved a bottle in there probably and shot it. Those are all bullet holes. And they don't like it, neither do we. Do we? do we? Something else I wanted to show you. Oh yeah, let me tell you a little bit about these things real quick while we're here. These cactus, which again are the saguaro, which when you look at that name doesn't look anything like saguaro. Well, it's hard to pronounce anyway, have a taproot that goes straight down, and it's not terribly big, but it helps anchor it. And these roots here go out, and they never go deeper than about 4 inches out into the soil like that. They need to stay close to the surface so that they can grab every drop of moisture that hits from the rain to survive. They say, at least I've read, that the root system on those will go out as far as they are tall. Okay, and again, that's only like really shallow. Pretty cool, huh? All right, I'm gonna make some breakfast and we're gonna hit the road. We'll be at the Camino del Diablo in about another 40 miles. This whole road's like 180 miles long or something like that. Dirt road right along the border. The only people we're gonna see are people like us and the Border Patrol. There's no houses or anything like that. So it's gonna be a great trip. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So we started on the journey, and we haven't quite got to the Camino yet, but we saw this area that was dug out of the side of the mountain. So I'm thinking, hey, that's probably a cool mine or something. So we took a little side trip. It's about 5 or 6 miles, 4-wheel drive. You see where we tried. This is the road we came in on down here and came up the side of the mountain. But I don't think it's a mine. I think it's some type of probably border security thingy, McBob here or something. Oh, maybe it's weather. Maybe it's a weather station. It went through a lot of effort for some reason. This is my brother Pete. He's a good guy, sometimes. And I gotta pick on somebody. But anyway, it's not a mine, unfortunately. But we're gonna go look at it. I suspect we're on camera already. Being along the border, there's so many cameras. They're everywhere. Kind of scary. I don't know, it's Fish and Wildlife, so that's probably a weather station of some sort. See that sticker there? Bureau of Land Management, BLM. That's the land we're on. The BLM owns huge amounts of land out west. The neat thing about it is you can camp on anywhere you want. You can shoot rifles, four-wheel drive, anything you want. So, with some rules, but that's all this is a weather station. Went through a lot of work for a weather station. Jeez.
Is that what we were looking at?
Yeah. That's what I was looking at. We're gonna go up this trail and see why they cut all that too. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just the weather station. I'm up on the tippity top. See the truck's right there. Weather station's there. They dig up a lot of rock for some reason in this area, but I don't see anything over there. That's looking out across to Mexico's over in those mountains. We're gonna go that way, past those mountains, for probably another 120 miles or so. So, yeah, I'm a little bit out of breath, but I've been sitting in the truck driving for 4 days, pretty much, so. That's to be expected. I don't have a heart condition. This is an interesting little stop along the trail here. If you look right here, there's a flag, okay? And what this is where someone, I'm not sure if it's the government or private organizations, but they'll put water out here in their desert for people who get lost or who just need water because you can die so easily out here. And this is a water barrel right here. You can see it's got a spigot and everything's in Spanish. I guess that's agua is life, maybe. I don't know, but anyway, that's for people to drink if they have to have water, because on this little stretch of road we're traveling. Oh, here's another thing I'll show you up front here. Well, up in front of me, I just noticed it. On this little stretch of road that we're on, over the years since like the 1980s, has been almost 400 deaths. People have died out here from dehydration. So might be 344. Don't quote me on that, but it's something like that. That's just the people they found. There's no telling how many are out there that have never been found, or might not ever be found. Let's go up the road here. If you look right there, there's a flashing light, and I think that's a beacon with that. If you're lost out here, you can actually like push a button and the Border Patrol will come get you. So if you're lost or dying, they'll come get you. So let's go look at it. We just talked to those guys, and two of them are from Pennsylvania, just up the road from me. The other two are from Tennessee. This is the rescue beacon right here. Last time I was on this road, which was about 10 years ago, they didn't have this. But basically what it is a red button. If you come to here and you push that button, they'll come get you and take you out of here, just like a taxi. Well, maybe not just like a taxi, but that is really important because, like I said, a lot of people do die out here of thirst. And if you're in that situation, it's better just to have somebody come pick you up, give you some water. It looks like they have some cameras there too, so I'm on camera, I am certain of that. If you look up there, you can see it blinking. It blinks blue every once in a while, I think. There it goes. This is a little stop on our journey. This place is called Bates's Well, and I thought you might enjoy seeing it, hopefully at least half as much as me. This was first established in around 1880, and a family actually lived here up until like 1976, well after the Park Service bought this land. Now, right now we're actually standing in Oregon Pipe, what's the name of this park? Oregon Pipe? Oregon what? My brother's deaf. We're just cutting through the corner of it. This is the ranch house that they were living in. It's not very big, and we're going to check out a couple buildings here. Hopefully, there won't be any illegal aliens in there waiting for us, but let's go ahead and check it out. The door is actually open, so let's go in and see. I cannot imagine living way out here, and this is it for an entire family. Isn't that cool? Yeah. I checked the floor, make sure there wasn't a basement. Not a whole lot to it. It looks like they probably put a new roof on at the Park Service. And there's just not a whole lot to this place. They say there's a lot of honeybees in here and around the ranch building, so we need to be a little bit careful about that because they might be killer bees. But yeah, let's go outside and explore some of the buildings, because this is really only 2 rooms. Not much to it. Should we open this? Looking to see if there's any cobwebs going across, but let's see when the last time it was opened. Hope there's no desiccated corpses in there. Nope, no desiccated corpses. All right, let's go explore the outside. That's the actual well right there. I looked at it already. There's no water in it, and we can't get a camera down it, so we're not going to do that. But that little windmill thingy would have turned and drawn the water up. Let's just take a quick peek at some of these buildings down here, see if there's any like rattlesnakes or something cool to look at. Because you never know around here. It kind of looks like a spaceship. We come back here at night and make a spaceship video. I see some type of building down this path. Might be another house. I'm not sure what it is, but we're going to find out together. I can't imagine living out here. I mean, it must have been a really tough life. Because not only is it extremely hot in the summer, it gets 110 degrees, is not unheard of. But there's so little water and so little, well, sustenance, life sustenance out here. In fact, on places like this, it can take 100 acres of ground to support 1 cow. That's why a lot of these places that you visit nowadays, which might have actually had grass 100 years ago, are completely denuded even today. It takes a long time for areas like this to recover. Take a quick peek in here. Watch out for the honey. Ooh, that's a rat nest. Watch out for honeybees, but whenever you see these rat nests like that, this is probably like a pack rat, and they take these sticks and they build these houses and they live in them. But you always have to watch out for rattlesnakes and stuff too, because of course they want to eat the pack rats that are in there. Hard to say how old this place is. Stuff just doesn't fall apart very quickly out here. It's all round nails, so we know 1880 or later. Of course, we read the sign that said that they first established this in 1880. So let's take a quick peek at whatever's over here. Looks like another well maybe. And watering troughs and some type of corral. Again, there hasn't been anybody living here since 1976. So this is basically how they left it. And just slowly decaying over time. And it hasn't decayed that much, has it? Just amazing. Ooh, that looks like a well. Big old lock on it. Oh yeah. I'll have to go get, unfortunately, I didn't bring my flashlight. It's in the truck back there. We're gonna go get it and look down there. See if we can drop a camera down it real quick. But that little thing would spin up there and it would turn a shaft that would draw water up out of the well into here, and it would be stored in this tank. And they could drain it out through here into these troughs for the animals, cows and horses or whatever else they had out here. And that's how it worked. And the wind would just power it 24 hours a day. Maybe I should drop a rock down there, see if there's water first before we go get the camera. Although it's not that far. We'll just get this little pebble. Listen, okay? Listen, shh. Nope, there's no water in there, but we're gonna get a camera and or a flashlight and look in there anyway. One more building, quick flashlight in the well, and we'll be on the road. Beautiful. This one has that same weather-worn look. I'm not gonna go in it because I don't want to get stung. But you can see how the wind and the sand over the years has blown as like sandpaper and is just eating the wood away. That's not rotted from the moisture, it's just sandblasted. Look at that. That's sandblasted too, isn't it? We'll just take a quick peek from in here. Not sure what this was all about. Got man doors in it, or person doors, so this is probably another little house of some sort, I would guess. Although I don't know for sure. That's interesting. Wonder what they had going on here. I'm gonna wander back at my flashlight. We'll take a quick peek in the well, and we'll hit the road. Jack. So if I disappear on this trip, that's why. Cross your thumbs for the Chig. You may just need it. All right, so I'm back with my trusty through night TC20. We're gonna look down. That's not really an advertisement, but they do support my channel, so I give them shout outs every once in a while. All right, you ready to look down there? Ooh, that's a long way. Wow, look at that. That's really, really deep. I don't know how well you can see it, but It's lined with this metal for a long ways down, and then it looks like it goes down into rock or something. But it's dry as can be. No water at all down there. Oh, just put my head into this. There's another windmill or turbine over here, which means there's another well. Let's go there and look at that. So that's actually 4 that I've seen right here in this little Bates well area. This is the other one I could see off in the distance. You can see the blade, the fins or blades or whatever are not on it any longer. And it definitely looks like a newer one. That'd be a cool sign to have, but naturally we won't do that because we're on Park Service. And it just has a normal well casing over here. See, when somebody pried it up so they could drop rocks down there, just like we're gonna do. We're just get this little pebble here, see if there's any water. You ready? There might have been water in there. Let's drop another one, and I'll put the camera up close so you can actually hear it. All right, this should be better. Okay, now listen, okay? Shh. There's water in that one, huh? If you count the seconds, you can actually figure out how deep that was. I can't remember how many feet per second, but it's a pretty easy formula. All right, back to the truck. We'll go to the next spot.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets, she's promised.